Hey guys, this is FPL Tips and welcome back to another deadline stream. Let me know if you guys can hear me and see the screen as well. And with everything fine, we should get in the stream right away. Hi Samuel. Do I remove Ings and Pookie for Rudiger and Vardy? Please answer. I think Rudiger, you can. I think he's the only player expected to start. And yes, I think Vardy is a good buy. I think Vardy is a really good buy. Thanks for this for the great help this year. And early team news. If I've posted early team news, as far as I know, Salah is benched. Van Dijk is benched. Martinez won't be starting. All of the Spurs players apart from Romero are fit and have travelled. And the Leicester boys Barnes, Vardy, and Madison start. Keep Alonso and James in the starting lineup and Nketiah first sub or start Nketiah over one of them. I think start both Alonso, James and Nketiah first sub. Son or Kane for the triple captaincy. I think Son, if I had to with recency bias and all the EO that will go along with Son, I think go Son. Cash and Coutinho out for Sessegnon and Diaz, or Coutinho and Ings out for Diaz and Tony. I think Sessegnon and Diaz are better options. I'm on free hit Alisson, Sessegnon, Trent, Alonso, Cancelo, Son, Kevin De Bruyne, Madison, Mount, Kane, Tony. My bench order: Buemo, Gerrard, Kraft. I think Gerrard should be first on bench, and Alonso is fine. I think everything is fine over there. There isn't a lot to change on that free hit draft. It looks all good. Just fixed my video. You guys might be able to see me as well right now. Yes. Nailed on defender, I have 5.5 million and have James and Cancelo, Robertson, and Marte. Want to remove White. I think go Sessegnon. I think one of the defenders with the potential of scoring high this week. Apart from that, there aren't a lot of defenders with good games, because especially with the chances of all of them being high scoring. So probably him alone. Mount or Madison or Diaz. I think I prioritize Diaz with Salah getting best. I think his priority there, and second would be Mount and third would be Madison. Robertson or Trent, Alisson or Edison. Pick two from James Alonso, Tony. I think from James Alonso, Tony, my top two would be James Alonso. But then there's rotation there. Robertson or Trent, I think I'd go Robertson. And Alisson or Edison, I'd pick Alisson. Play Richarlison, Pedro, Gordon. I think play Richarlison. Bring in Son, Madison, and Tony for -8. I think for a -8 decent. Make sure if you're chasing rank, don't take a lot of hits. I don't think taking a -8 will help you win that mini league, because it will just push you further away from the top spot. And I think a -4 at max, if you're captaining that player, is fine. A -8 will be too much. Raya or Dubravka. I think Raya will get more save points, has a decent clean sheet as well. If you're looking for a guaranteed clean sheet, Dubravka might be able to clinch it, but I think if you're looking to save points, Raya will be the guy. My first season hopefully went up top 150k because of you. Thanks a lot. Hope it was helpful, Mustafa. Jesus, Robertson or Rapport plus Diaz. I think if I had to, then Jesus, Robertson. Go for the City attacker. With Martinez not starting, I think it's huge potential, and right away it is a huge advantage for City. Start one of Vergos, Ramsey or Broha. I think start Vergos. It's probably a must-win game for Burnley. They will know this and start him. Madison or Barnes or someone else, Lukaku or Vardy. I think Vardy. Between Madison and Barnes, I'm still more likely to buy Madison. Will Mount definitely start? Yes, he is expected to start definitely. Mega transfer in the next 10-15 minutes. The servers could crash. The servers are expected and could be crashing. So don't take a lot of risk with your transfers. Make it early. Mane or Diaz. If you can buy Mane, go Mane. Kevin De Bruyne to Son, worth the -4. For captaincy, I don't think you just want to captain KDB there. I think it's not necessary to captain Son this week. Rudiger, Vardy, Gordon, Simicas or Rudiger, Tony, Rafinha, Simicas. I think if you're playing I think I prefer the second part. If you're just playing them, I think Rafinha, Tony, Rudiger are better playing options than Gordon, Vardy, Rudiger. If you're looking to chase rank or captain maybe Vardy, then it's fine, go there. Says in for Cody or Cash. I think Cash. My heart says Bowen. I think Bowen will get points, and I've said that Bowen will get points, but I don't expect a very high scoring game. Brighton versus West Ham, so that's there. That's something that's playing on my mind as well. Captain Mount over Son for chasing rank. I think that is a good option. Captain Son or Kevin De Bruyne. If you're playing safe, go Son. Kevin De Bruyne would be a slightly differential option. Bruja to Nketiah or Bogas to Tony. I think Bruja to Nketiah priority move. Sell cash less Alonso for who? I think cash less Sessegnon. I think that's the only defender. Unless you can get someone like a Cancelo, Robertson, Trent, a big wing back. I don't think anyone apart from Sessegnon is good. Kevin De Bruyne to Son with the -4. My mini league rivals has Son. If they have Son, then it's not worth the hit and captaining him unless you want to hold rank. So if you're holding rank, do it. I would 100% do it. If you're chasing a mini league, captain Kevin De Bruyne and make the move somewhere else. Trent or Robertson, I still tend to prefer Robertson, but historically Trent has done decent on that flank against Wood. So that's something if you want to consider, you can. But my preference of recent form would still go to Robertson. Should I do Salah to Son, high EO, or Salah to Burgos and Burgos to Kane and Madison for -4, 4 points of 10k. I think go Son and make the second move someone like a Tony and chase rank with the other team. I think if Son hauls, that will push you way up away from the 10k. Will Richarlison start? There's no news of Richarlison starting or not starting right now. We could be expecting some news. There could be some news that pops up in a while, but can't be sure. Any Leeds player to watch out for? I think Rafinha. You have to consider Rafinha as a pick. I totally wouldn't rule him out. Leeds have to in this game. Leeds will put everything on the line. So can go Rafinha. Salah to Son and Diaz to Robertson worth the -4. I think it's worth the -4. Son, Robertson both are an upgrades, and I would do it, especially for non-playing players. Mount or Diaz leading 16 points in the league. Get the player, most likely the guy before you will get. I think Mount is more likely to be preferred. If you're going for a differential, Diaz is the guy. Rafinha or Eriksen, I think Rafinha more out to points. But if you're looking for a safer option, I think Brentford will score more goals, in my opinion. I think Leeds could be the team that goes down, and that is why Eriksen. Best replacement for Richarlison. I think Tony and Wilson, two top options this game week. Whoever you can afford is okay that this week. Jimenez to Tony or Richarlison to Vardy, or should I bring in Alonso? I think Richarlison to Vardy. Bench Alonso, no. If you have him, go play him. I don't think you should bench him. If he starts well and good, if he doesn't, I think he'll not come on. I don't see him coming. Most likely he will start, get some minutes, and then he will be given that applause and being sent off from the club. Mane or Mount? I think Mane. Madison or Bowens if you already have Vardy. I think I'll go Bowens, spread the funds, spread the team a bit. Sessegnon or Royal? I think Sessegnon. Kevin De Bruyne or Kane already got some Kevin De Bruyne. Barnes or Rafinha? I think Barnes. Is James starting? No news of the Chelsea lineup. Tony or Mount or Madison? Mount. I think Mount if I had to pick. Still trying to figure out news, guys. So we'll be checking and keep checking my phone till then. Is Sessegnon expected to start? Yes, he is. Matip or James? Captain Son or Kevin De Bruyne? If you're chasing rank, Kevin De Bruyne. If you're holding, then Son. Apparently, a couple of sources have claimed that Richarlison won't be involved today. And as I said before, I don't think it's worth the risk of holding Richarlison. I think it's an easy sell, and you should probably sell him. Is Burgos to Tony worth the -4? I think it could be. Odegaard to Mount for a -4. I think you should do it. Barnes or Tony? Barnes. Mendy or Raya? I think I would go for Raya. The only reason is that I don't know if Mendy starts. I think as Kepa could very well start this one, so I wouldn't go near Mendy even on a free hit. Best two out of Jesus, Saka, White, Odegaard. I think White, Odegaard. Salah, Alonso and James rested. I think Alonso, James, I have no news, but Salah, yes, there is news that he is rested. Virgil van Dijk also rested, which we have discussed. Okay, so we're trying to figure out any further news. There isn't any news as of now. We'll keep updating you guys. Bench to out of Saka, I've answered that. Is Mount starting? Expected to start. Is it worth doing Davies to Session for -4? I wouldn't do it for -4. Does it make sense to do -16? Absolutely not. Michael or Edison? I think Edison, if you can afford him, Edison is the guy. Definitely go for him if you can afford him. There's no doubt about that. Just a second, I'm adjusting something on the end camera end. This might take a second. Fofana or Saka? Saka. I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Arsenal assets. I think Arsenal assets are good to go this game week, and you should be looking at them. I don't think they're worth sleeping on. Salah to Mane or Diaz? I think Mane. Do I start Gordon / Cookie or take a -4 to bring in Barnes? I think bring in Barnes. Which keeper is best? I have used free hit up to 5 million. I think go for a cheap one. Maybe you can go for a combination of Raya plus Kepa. Start Kepa and back up Raya. Mane or Kevin De Bruyne? I think Kevin De Bruyne. Start Ramsdale or Dubravka. Already have starting White. Start Dubravka in that situation. Session or Royal? I've said that Session, I think, has looked better. Norwich are weak on that side. So it makes in all prospects it makes sense to go for Session. So apparently there's news that there's no James or Alonso in the team. So that's leaking out a bit. A couple of sources which are not really very reliable are putting this out. So very likely that they do not start. Very likely. We'll obviously get news closer to the deadline. There's still time, but yeah. Will Jesus play? What about Richarlison? Richarlison is a doubt. Jesus will and could start. Very well start. And I'm taking a chance on Jesus myself. I think it could go two ways. Where they do not play Jesus, they go with a Grealish and maybe a Mahrez. But I personally think they will go for a Jesus, and my transfers in that situation are very clear. I'm going for a Vardy. I think at that price point, I know it's a very tough price point, but I think Vardy is the guy, and I pretty much might even downgrade James. So the other option is if I go James down to a Session, and which is a very weird name to pronounce out there. This was 4.4, and then I can probably afford Kane, and I can go with the triple up. Yes, I can afford Kane very well. I can afford Kane and go Madison. This could be my -8 if I do. Otherwise, I might just take Vardy and Mount. Maybe get in Zaha out for Rafinha, but then not get and play a double Arsenal defense. This is what is going around about at the moment in my head. A 7 million defender, midfielder. I think Barnes and Madison are the two, if not Rafinha. Son or Kane for triple captaincy. I think go with the crowd. Go with Son. Midfielder will probably even get a penalty if he's scoring. Start Broha or Sovas, I think. Triple Liverpool defense or get in Cancelo. I think get in Cancelo. Jagat Shetri sends in his free hit team with Brownhill, Kane, Antonio, Ramsdale. I don't think Ramsdale is the best keeper option. You should go to Sa, probably. Not even Sa actually. Raya for save points, Dubravka for save points. I think Ramsdale doesn't really keep a lot of clean sheets. Alonso, again, we're hearing rumors of him getting benched. And Diaz, Kevin De Bruyne, Son, Mount, Brownhill. The rest of it is fine. Big hitters there in your team. Saka, Gerrard, Kulusevski, Zaha, which two to start. I think Saka and Kulusevski. Salah plus Alonso plus Coutinho to Mane, Session, Madison. I would do for the -8. With most of them not starting, especially if Alonso is given there's confirmed news that Alonso isn't starting, I would do it for sure. Liverpool being Salah is benched. Is there Edison? I can't. There's no news. There's no further news as of now. Best defender this week has to be Cancelo or Robertson in my opinion. Robertson or Simicast Robertson. Transfer out James for a -8 and or play Pookie. I think play Pookie. Play James and then keep Pookie for sub. Kane, Bowen, Rafinha for Pookie. Salah, Kulusevski for -8. Uh, I think do it. I think that's a decent -8. Diaz or Madison, who to pick? I think Diaz if it's from the Diaz from Liverpool. Yes, go there. Play Dubravka or Edison already have cancelled. I think still Edison is the guy. Vardy plus Diaz or Mane plus Madison. Um, I think Vardy plus Diaz. Go for the penalty spot. Ericsson or Tony? I think Tony, he has pens on him. Ericsson does have set piece, but I think pens will come into play. There could be red cards there. Red cards flying out there. So yeah. Jota to start. Now that's a very tricky question. I think Diaz and Mane start. With Jota, I'm not very sure. Even there's Firmino there, and even I have a thing where even Origi could play. So there could be a front four of Jota, Origi, Diaz, and Mane starting this game week, which is very possible. Especially now that they want to play, let him play as well, and they will give him the send off as well from Anfield. So very likely that Origi starts. Play Gordon or Mateta. I think Mateta. Ericsson or Tony. I think Tony, if you can. Who said Salah is best? A lot of people, a lot of sources. Madison or Diaz. I think I'd go Diaz. Already taken a Madison. Should I do Sa to Dubravka too? I've got no keeper. No, you shouldn't. You have Sa. That is a keeper. He's gonna play. Madison or Saka. I think I'd go. I'd go. I'm slightly biased and I'd go Saka. A lot more to play for. Mateta or Broha to start. I think I'll go Mateta. Still, again, the United defense is weak. Broha has absolutely nothing to play for. Coutinho and Cash to Session Diaz for a minus. So I would do it 100%. Is Tony going to get 4 plus more than Fofana? I can't say. I don't see a clean sheet necessary for Fofana. So very likely if he gets one involvement, he's definitely scoring more than Fofana. Cancelo is a differential captain. I think don't captain a defender this week. Maybe you can captain the Liverpool guys, but apart from that, I don't think captain a defender. There's going to be high scoring and game and goals flying off everywhere. Play Nketiah or Richarlison. I think Nketiah, Kevin De Bruyne's son. I think if you're going differential, go take Kevin De Bruyne. Should I start Sa or Foster? Sa. Is Rodrigo Moreno a good option? I think Rodrigo could be a decent option, especially that Leeds do want to win, but I don't think he's the best option. I think Gerrard is even a better pick than Rodrigo, to be honest, at that forward line. Buy it, hold or sell. If you can sell, sell. Should I do Odegaard to Mount or Richarlison to Tony for a -4? I think Odegaard to Mount for a -4. -4 for Vardy, worth it or overall 1.2k? Yes, I think if you're captaining him, it is worth it. And in general, if you don't have any lesser players, it could be worth it. Kulusevski or Zaha, any suggestions? I think Kulusevski better off, much more to play for. Zaha, nothing to play for. Captain Trent or keep on Son. I think even Mane is a better option than Trent, but I'd keep on Son. There isn't any more news apparently at the moment. No more news as of now. I think that is what I had in general. Digne to Cess and Coutinho to Mount or Coutinho to Son. Digne to Sessignon and Coutinho to Mount seems fine, I think. Diaz or Mount to chase rank. I think Captain Mount. If anything that Chelsea scores, or if anything Chelsea scores is going to go through Mount. Tony or Ings or Watkins. I think Tony has to be. Any legit news? No legit news as of now. We're still rumors and trying to figure out if there is anything else to it. Madison or Barnes or Foden? I think Foden has. If you can afford him, go Foden. Is Richarlison playing? There isn't a guarantee of Richarlison playing, so I wouldn't really keep him if you had an option to remove him. Mount or Son as captain? Son. Mount or Barnes, Madison or Madison. I think Mount. Bowen for Zaha. Can do as a luxury move. And I think if I had to predict the lineup which I had also noted down for Chelsea, it would be Kepa, Aspilicueta, Rudiger, Sarr, and probably Saul plays left back, right back could be up for the toss if Chalobah is fit. Chalobah goes in place of Aspi. Aspi plays right wing back. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Barkley, Mount, Havertz, and Ziyech and Aldi. There's 20 minutes left. Make sure you make your moves. Chasing rank majorly Kane, Tony, or Mount, which should be the uh, highest for differential captain. If you had to, I'd go Mount. Mane, Tony, in or Ings, Eriksen, Kane, Eriksen, Ing, I think Mane, Tony. Uh, Triple captain, if you are not chasing rank, go Son. If you're chasing rank, go somewhere like a Mount or a Kevin De Bruyne. Saka, Gerrard, Kulusevski, Zaha, which two to start? Saka and Kulusevski. Will Thiago Silva start? I don't think necessarily he starts. Luis Diaz or Mane? If you can go Mane. Will Foden start? I think he will start. Definitely he will start. Robertson or Cancelo for Diaz have Trent and Matip. I think I'd go Robertson. If you, in fact, if you have Trent and Matip, probably just go Cancelo, spread out the funds. Coutinho, Diaz or Mount? I think I'd go. I'm tempted to go Diaz. I think the ceiling is high. If you're looking for a safer option, which will guarantee get you points, Mount could be there. The only problem I have with Mount is the fact that if the team is so weak around him, will he get those many points? Will he be the focal point of the team? Will he actually outscore uh, every other possible player? I think that's the only issue I have with Mount. Cancel or Mount on a free hit? I think Mount. Who will get more points, Kane or Son? I think could go either ways. I don't think there's going to be a lot of different. It could be a 12-point haul for Kane and 15 for Son. So I'm not very worried about it and not very split about it. I like the likes of this team. If I reset it, my initial plans were get in Vardy and get in Mount, and then we figure out. So getting in Mount and Vardy, and for could go a big one over here. So thinking about it, should I go this or I can go Foden, double up on the City boys. I think they are the team which will score most goals, so can go Foden and can go Sessegnon here, and it should be okay. It gives me 2 Spurs, and this could be the team. I don't dislike this team particularly. Looks fine to me. Has a lot of spread of players and almost players from every game. It's something I like. News on Session, he has travelled to the team, so that is all that matters. I think Vardy or Madison, please. If I had to pick, I'd go Vardy. He is on pens, and I think he looks like more in form. Mahrez is a safe pick. I wouldn't say that. I don't think Mahrez travels. I don't think Mahrez really starts. Are you on free hit? No, I'm not on free hit. Mane and Tony or Kane and Eriksen. I think Kane. I think Mane and Tony. I think the split and the points could be there. Will Guaita start? Can't be so sure. I won't go near there. Is Holgate the only playable player on the bench in case Alonso misses? It's fine. I think if Alonso misses, which looks very likely and is expected, so I don't mind. I don't think that's a bad option if he's the only player available. Burgos or Broha, I think Burgos. Captain, Son or Kevin De Bruyne or Tony, please. If I had to just stick around, I think I'll go Son. Otherwise, if I had to chase rank, go KDB. And trying to figure out if there is any more possible moves. I like, let me know in chat which one do you guys prefer. I'll create a poll with let's create a poll and we'll do whichever poll is highest ranked. I think for me it's between Vardy and wait, I can't create a poll over here. This is here. I can create a poll over here, so that's not a problem. Yeah, Vardy or Kane. Whoever the community selects will go with him. I think that's the idea of it. Vardy or Jesus already have Madison. I think Jesus go if you don't have a City attacker. League lineups already discussed. League lineups. Salah is benched. Van Dijk is benched. We're expecting Madison, Vardy, Barnes to start. Expecting if we're not expecting Emi Martinez is benched. We're expecting Richarlison, Alonso, James to be benched. Bench out of Puki Simikas, Mikalenko Puki, I think. Why not sell White and take a hit on Reese? We could. I'm not saying that I'm not denying the fact we can go there. Apparently, there's no Mateta, so that's also there for people asking if Mateta will start or not, or they should go there. There's no Mateta, so that's something you can look at. Uh, Coutinho and Richarlison to Madison Wilson. That's a decent move. I think Wilson is a good swing. I think good player to buy, good player to bring in. Yep, there isn't the Guetta starts was for Crystal Palace something that is decent. Hughes, Gallagher, Edward, Zaha. Fair enough. I don't think that's so bad. Looks like decent. Richarlison is someone for a second and I would do it. The 72% same Kane. Okay, so let's go with the crowd. I think I won't go Madison if I'm going Kane. I think, but I'm also getting Session. Should I go Session? Then is a call. Oh, I can't afford Kane with Madison. I can only if I go Session. So that has to be done. Let's see. I don't have a Chelsea player in this situation. Should I double up on Kane? I think the best resort is still Vardy in. That way I can buy a Mount, get in a player here. Let's see. I still have to decide. Tough call this one. Any news on Jesus? No news on Jesus. No news on City. No news on GM starting as well. There's news on Zaha for sure, so that's there. Session or Tony if only one. I think Session. Clean sheet plus the fact that there's potential for Paul. Richarlison to Tony or Wilson. If I'd go Wilson. I think Wilson is a more differential option. Zaha starting, yes, Zaha is starting. Okay, so Richarlison looks like to be missing out. I think that's what I can read apparently. James replacement for -4. I have Trent Robertson, Cancelo, White. I think if you can bench him. I don't take an unnecessary hit if you're playing for a league. What is the news on Zaha? He starts Kevin De Bruyne or captain or Kane. I think Kevin De Bruyne. How much hit are you willing to take? Because this is the last game week. I don't have a rank to play. I'm very low on the ranks this year. So taking a hit, I'm just taking a -4. I'm very skeptical of a -8. So I'm going to stick it to -4. Mateta plays all 90 minutes. Mateta doesn't start. He doesn't start. That's the news. And we're trying to figure out if there's anything. Nope. Will Zinchenko start? No, I don't think so. I think I can walk it and cancel or make it up there. Bench one of Nketiah, Saka, Matip. If I had to Matip. Mane or Kane better captaincy, chasing rank. I think Kane they could do over there. I think Kane overall is a good captain. And I don't want to captain. If I get in Kane, I will captain him. I'm not very confident of doing that at the moment. So if I get Vardy, and I will have to captain Son if I get Madison. Okay, so I know one of my moves I have to make is Madison. The other then obviously becomes Kane, and let's go with it. Let's get Session. Let's get it. Let's invest heavy on Spurs. Let's go all in. I think they do good. Have a lot to play for. Okay, have it the button. Captain is on Kane, and captain will remain on Kane. I have no doubt that I want to captain Kane and stick it onto him. This remains your team. This stays vice captain. I think not Zaha. I'd vice captain Madison. Not going with the Chelsea player on the final day. I think it isn't the worst thing. There could be James starting, but I think I'm not okay with the roll of the dice. I think James most likely doesn't start. Going with the poll, going with Kane. Not spotted at the Ramsdale not starting, not spotted at the hotel. Obviously, he's not spotted at the hotel. He will be on the pitch. I think that's fine. He should be starting. I don't see any hiccups there. Zaha or Tony, I think I'd go Tony. Salisna Session, who to start? Session, I have to go there. I think. I haven't received any news on Ramsdale, so yeah, that's there. So there is news for everyone who wants to go Bowen. Apparently, Bowen could be rested. That's some news as well. Yep. And that's about it. I think that's about it. That's about most of the news. Make your move. I think there isn't no point waiting for another 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 8 minutes left, another 7 minutes. I think the thing will go very close. Very likely that you will have to. Your server might go down. So make the move. I think even if you're taking the hit, go for it. And I'm sticking my captaincy to Harry Kane. One last roll of the dice. I really like him as a player as well. This could be redemption for him, and I think Harry Kane. I know he will give up the penalty, but it could be a very good situation. And Son keeps on assisting Harry Kane in Harry Kane's case. I just want to go differential. I like Kane. It's the last game week of the season, and just as a fan, just as a player I admire, I'm going Harry Kane captain. I don't think he's the best captaincy option. Again, I think if you have Kane and Son, you should probably go Son. I'm not very confident, but just because I want to captain him, also because I bought him for a hit, I'm going Kane. Will Kulusevski start? I think he will. Coutinho to Barnes, I would do it. Best West Ham defender of Real. Guess what I think? Zaha or Tony? Richarlison or James will start? James, I think, take a punt there. Foden over Kevin De Bruyne and captain Foden to chase rank. I think Kevin De Bruyne won't be very heavily captain. So if you can afford Kevin De Bruyne, I would go there. If not, Foden captain is also fine. Richarlison or James will start? I think I've answered it. Okay. Thank you for the season, man. Thanks, Ajinkya. Will Kulusevski start? Yes, again, I said Kulusevski. I expect him to start. Sterling or Mahrez? I think I'd go Sterling, not Mahrez. Mahrez has been a tricky one this season. I wouldn't go there. Is there any news? A lot of people are saying that Mount Havertz Pulisic start as an upfront. So that's there. Going 5 for 1, that isn't bad, to be honest. James out for Robertson for a minus or play Pookie. I think play Pookie. Zaha or Matip or Nketiah. Bench one of them. I think I'd bench Zaha, play the other two. Harvey Barnes or Session. Harvey Barnes. Bench Zaha or Matip or Nketiah again. Bench. I think bench. It could be Matip. Actually, go for the haul. I think Zaha could haul. Go for it. Go play bench Matip and go for the haul. The only reason to play Matip or Zaha is that there's a guaranteed 6-point base there. Nketiah or Kulusevski? I'd go Nketiah. I think Nketiah could be a big one this one. For fun, Session for -4, I wouldn't necessarily do that. I don't think it's necessary. Is there any further news? So apparently James and Salah bench is 100% confirmed, guys. Before it was a rumor, but it is 100% confirmed that Salah will not be starting this one. So that's there. I will retweet that as well. That's on Twitter. All of these updates are being going on Twitter in case as well. So if you're not on the election, you can just keep us following on the Twitter account, and you will keep on receiving these updates. Triple captain Son, Mount, Kevin De Bruyne. I think go with the chasing part of this. Kane, Son, or Kevin De Bruyne as captain. If you're chasing rank, go Kevin De Bruyne. Should I captain Kane and vice captain Son? Both was no. Go captain Kane. Go captain Son and vice captain someone else. I posted all of the news, so I just sum it up again. James Alonso apparently don't start. Richarlison apparently doesn't start. Bowen, there's a shout that he could be benched. Diaz does start. Salah bench. Van Dijk bench. Emi Martinez is not playing. Vardy, Barnes, and Madison start. And that's about it. I think that's about it. Mateta doesn't start. Zaha starts. And as far as I can read, yeah, that's it. That's about it. I think. Diaz starts. Mane starting. Yes, Mane obviously starts. I have no doubt. Virgil van Dijk on the bench as well. Guys, 4 minutes. Make your moves. Don't wait for any other news. In my opinion, Antonio Bowen, Antonio, who to start? Cash or Mikulenko? Cash. Continue to Havertz or who? I think Pulisic is better than Havertz, if not Mount. I think, or go Madison. Don't go Havertz. Buy Tony for Richarlison. I would do that. Is Thiago Silva good on free hit? No, I don't think so. Go Rudiger or don't go anyone. Son or Kevin De Bruyne, triple captain. Kevin De Bruyne. I think if you're chasing rank, go Kevin De Bruyne. If you're just holding rank, if you just want a decent Kevin, if you want to save triple captain, go Son. That's about it. Thank you for the season, says Shekhar Iqbal. Thanks, mate. Alonso and James news. Apparently, they're not starting. As far as it gets, I think that's the news about it. It's not guaranteed, but there are rumors that they're not starting. I wouldn't be surprised if Alonso starts and James does it. If I had to predict one starting, I think Alonso because it's the last game. But I really don't think that James makes it to the blind. Tony or Wilson. If I had to punt, I'd go Wilson. If you want to go for a high-scoring fixture, Tony. I think form also supports Wilson a bit. I think anything at the first season rank is good. There isn't in a benchmark. Anything below the 100k mark is a very good rank, to be honest. Tony or Wilson, again I said Wilson. 2 minutes to go. And is there a... So there could be a situation where I'm hearing there are two opinions that Alonso is the one who's benched and James not. So can't be sure. If you have James, play him. In my opinion, if you have Alonso, play him. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's it. I think Son captaincy if you're looking for it, because now Salah is benched. Son is going to go for it. You know he's there for the golden boot race. He's one goal behind. He has the opportunity to go for it. I am also making a change to my captaincy. I am captaining Son. I'm going with the template. Mendy to Alisson for a -8. Play faster. Play Mendy and you have a Foster as a backup. Foden, Mahrez, Foden, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne starting. That could be very possible. I wouldn't be surprised. I think Jesus is starting is important for my team. I think I've taken a punt on Jesus. If he does start, that would be great. Son or Kevin De Bruyne. I think stick to Son. I think that's a decent option. I wouldn't be worried about it. If you're chasing rank, go Kevin De Bruyne. Again, if you want to go safe, go Son. I'm making a last minute call. I still think Kane is the better captain. Will you still cap Mount over him for chasing rank? Yes, I would. Guys, last 30 odd seconds to go. Make your moves. Don't wait for the last second. And set your I don't think vice captain will be played. Set your bench order very importantly. I don't think vice captain will come into play, but bench, yes, it will. Yes, and that is it. It is deadline. It is 7 p.m. here in India, and that is it. That is the final deadline of the season. Hope you guys have a good game week. And yes, we'll wrap it up. Thank you guys for joining. It has been a sheer pleasure to be able to stream for you guys, to help you guys out. If you're new to the channel, if you just joined us after 38 game weeks of the season, do still subscribe to the channel and consider following us, because we will be creating content through the break as well. And obviously, we will be back with FPL content next season. Will Forest go up? I hope they do. I would love to see them in the Premier League, and I am hoping that they go up and go through. So there won't be a watch along this season, this game week, as it was a ritual before as well. We've done it, but this year it won't be. Anyways, I hope you guys best of luck. Good luck with the game week, and hope you guys get green arrows. This is FP Dave signing off. Cheers.